And greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There I am. This is Minecraft, and I am Monster to Mermaid, and this is a story. I'm telling a story of the town of Jalapari, and I'm using Minecolonies mod and trade posts for Minecolonies mod to tell the story. I'm doing a different town than my usual towns. My usual towns have more electricity, are sort of more steampunk, where we do use lanterns and we do use candles and stuff, but we also have stoves and refrigerators and things like that. We don't in this one. This one is set a little bit back to where we have trains, so we have steam power, we have coal power, fire power, but we don't have electricity. And yeah, so that's where we're at. This is a level 4.5, and it is closer to the 5 than it is to the 4.5. And I'm going to actually take a moment. It's nighttime right now. I don't think the map is working yet. The map usually tells time, but the time has been being worked on by the mod developer of Journey Map. They had a notification that there was a time problem, and it's being worked on. And so we're going to go through the town as soon as I could find a bed in this location. Why don't I do that? There's a couple places where there are some empty houses because I'm in the university area. And in the university area, yes, you are hearing villagers. In the university area, we have housing for raising children. I'm going to sleep right here. And Josiah finished a residence, and I think it might have been this one. But it's morning, and I'm going upstairs for a minute here. Yes, this is a level 5. I can tell by that tree. And I want this to be set up for a family. So these beds will all stay here. All the beds will be here in this house. And normally in housing for couples, I do have the beds go away. This one's showing 1, 2, 3, 4 beds in here. Actually, the 5th bed is not here. So this is still a level 4, and it's being worked on. This one, oh, hi.
Good to see you, mate.
Hi, Josiah. Speaking of Josiah, he's actually working on this house. And so we'll let him finish. But this one is done. Now, what Thaler, the creator, the designer of this style, likes to do is he likes to use these. He likes to use jack-o'-lanterns, and I like to save them for the holiday. So JCK 1, 2. I know there's 2 of these houses finished, and so I'm going to take away the jack-o'-lanterns and give them back, because these jack-o'-lanterns are coming from the people here. He also has an interesting thing about putting bushes underneath, and I can understand the style. It looks really cool. So yeah, so I'm just looking at that for now. Now we have a bunch of villagers in this area, and I don't want them all to be fishermen. So they're supposed to be, this is the university area, and they are supposed to be clerics. And if they're becoming fishermen because of those pots where he has, see this right here, where, now that's a good pot. The only problem is it's on the sidewalk. So the things on the sidewalk here I'm going to take away, because this is the sidewalk actually. So we're going to put this part right here and take this part away so that this is on the side of the street right here. This is the street. And I did put a light right there, but the sidewalk comes out in this section. And really, we should have this for the sidewalk. They won't use, I don't think, and I haven't looked, but I'm almost positive that plain stone is not on the pathing for the people, and I want them to be able to path. See, I want them to use the sidewalk. So they will if it's not made out of plain stone. And so that's one of the things that we're also looking at. But there we go. So we have something done here. Do I want to bring that up one? I don't really have to, but I think I will bring that up right there. Okay, so this is the university area, and we have two builders. Did I decide that I'm pretty sure I need to bring this up to level 5? Yes. And we do have someone working on it because it has a build piece on it. And then I'll decide what I want to do about the lanterns right here. This farm could be opened up for them. I would almost rather that they were farmers. We have a trader visiting, but this is a villager library here. So I'm fine with the trader being there. And down here is a part of the university. This is Jalapari University Building 2. And we do need to do some work on the library in that building. These are the dormitories. This is the sports center coming up here. This is Old English's level 5 barracks that we're using as a sports center. And do you know, I'm not sure. What?
I'll take care of it.
Oh, one of the llamas is loose. I don't know that I did this side. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. I should have known by the emerald in the floor that I did do both of these are level 5. These are the inserts into the barracks. It is the archery center and the combat center, the hand-to-hand combat center or the combat center. So they do combat like football, like in the medieval times when they did jousting for fun, or the kind of thing where they do, I don't know what you call it, Olympics. That's the center. That's the athletic center. And maybe I should just call it the athletic center. This side is the athletic center. And because we have a druid-centered society, should I take that? I don't know that I can with a lead, but let me see if I can. Let's see if I can remove before they hit it. And then we're in trouble. Let's see if I can remove this animal from here. And watch this. I'm going to remove it. And it's, oh good, it didn't get hit. Okay. Let's bring it, where is he? He's over here. Let's bring him back to where they are. If this animal doesn't disappear when he disappears, then I am going to have to bring them to the farm. And so long as I don't name them or something, they should disappear after a while. And there we are. So we spent the entire day looking at what the builders are doing in the university area. This is a level 5 Old English university building here, and it is Old English style, this one. And then the cathedral. This is the Mystic Site for Old English, and we were putting in a brick walkway, a catty corner walkway. We're putting in across this part, this lawn part right here. We wanted to put in a walkway right here, and I still want to do that to join up with the university. And this is what the Mystic Site is using for walkway. It's using this, and so we are too. So we're going to bring this here like this, and they can walk right over to the university from the cathedral, which is what we're looking at here. That there, and there's the sidewalk. Okay, and there we have. So we have, let me let these go back here for now. Before the day is over, it's the sun setting right now, I'm going to go to the marketplace. So we have trade posts from Minecolonies, and that gives us several really cool things. One of them is a resort, which is opened up in this double tavern and is working. Yahoo! And the other one is the shop right here. And we see that Jack is selling flowers. And are you selling those? Yay! There are some things that we want to sell that we have a lot of in the warehouse. And one of them was oak stairs. Let me see what the price is on oak stairs. Oak stairs are $470. That is good. So we had a decent amount of them. We also had a ton of deep slate cobble. So both of those were here. And deep slate cobble is not bringing a good price because there's nothing done to it. But it does help us get rid of some of it slowly but surely. And what we wanted to do was see if they will sell seeds. Now, we do use seeds for, let's see what it says. Do they have a value? Ooh, let's see. No, oh, it's too late. I think I put it in too late and he's already gone home for the night. I just missed, so that's okay. We'll find out in the morning. If it has a value, then we won't see it here. It'll say this thing has no value, and that'll be fine. Wade finished working on the Fletcher shop. We got a second Fletcher shop, and since it's a part of the marketplace, so this is the marketplace, this is the farmer's market right here with the bakery. Rosalie has her bakery in the farmer's market, and then this is the market housing right here, where people who work in this area live in this housing here. These are all level 5s now. I can check. So this is the builder, Wade, and that's and that should be, this has decorations in it, so it's definitely a level 5. I know this is a level 5 because it has a blue roof, so both of these War Minecraft housing are level 5. And did I get all the fields? I did. Okay. And then let's look at this one. This has decorations. Ooh. So this is a level 5 as well. And this is a level 5. Okay. Now they were supposed to be working on this one, but I don't know that he's gotten to it yet. And it is not done. So we can have Wade work on this, but I know why we stopped him from working on this building. McKenna could work on it if she doesn't have anything to do. We'll check and see in a moment. Is this a level 5? This is not. So here's two things that are not level 5. And we have a brand new flower shop that we put in the market area. I'm going to see if I can have a flower shop. I thought I did in uh, in 19, but I don't know now whether you can or not. We do have a person here. I'm going to check and see how unhappy she is that she doesn't have a field. She's just supposed to be a flower shop, and we can make her. She's one of the ones that we're still working on in this marketplace area. Oh, that's interesting. So you can't come downstairs and come into the shop like that. That's going to be curious. That's interesting. I have this turned wrong. That's the back of the shop, these two corners here. And I made a boo-boo. So I'll have to decide. I'm fine with this being the back. I don't want them jumping off the stairs. They can come in this way, and we'll put on both sides here that fencing look. I think I like it. However, this is going to turn to stone. This is only a level 2. Wade is working on this. He's going to upgrade this to a level 3, 4, and 5 before he does anything else. This back wall will close in since it's facing a hill. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. You can see one of the river boats. That's a passenger riverboat out there. The passengers come in on the little boats that we have. We should have a second one, and I think I had a bee in it. So I had to pick it up, but I should put some other boats down for it, and I should have one in my pocket, actually. Let me see if I have one in the backpack. I do. I have a boat in the backpack, and I'm going to put down a boat right here. So we have a second boat coming in. So there's the 2 boats. You can have a third boat right there. So those are the little boats that are used for the passengers to get off. They don't come, they stay in the middle of the river. This river is a little precarious, and we could dredge it a little more and make it so that it's easier for the river boats, and we can do that when we've gotten other things finished. We don't have these are the gatehouse druids right here, and that is Hattie and Raylan. And I believe in Raylan's room, we do have, we have another bunk bed. This bunk bed is for me to sleep here. There's another room over here. Or did I have both of them in that room and me in this room? No, this room was for Hattie and Harrison. They were a couple, and they were an unofficial couple, but they raised Raylan, and they were druid. Harrison was in the mine, and Hattie was a gatehouse druid, along with their daughter, Raylan. And Raylan is, they fostered her. So that's why there was the double bed in that other room. Now, if Raylan has a family, she will be able to use that room for her partner. But for right now, both of them are missing Harrison, because he is the first person who unfortunately lost his life here. The only person who's lost his life here so far. Okay, so see, I can't tell what time of day it is. And we just moved Nia here. Nia was one of the librarians. And as a matter of fact, no, that's Hallie. That's Hallie going to the Fletcher shop. She's dressed in leathers and she's coming down here to the Fletcher
Great
shop.
to see you.
And nice to see you too. Now she's living in level 5 housing, which is why she's asking for
Right away.
some other food, but now she's not. Okay. And we're going to teach her some things that Marissa doesn't know, simply because I don't want overlapping Fletcher. She is the second Fletcher, and we can teach her some things that Marissa doesn't know. And Nia, let's see if Nia has arrived yet. Now, Nia and Wade live together, and she's not here yet. Interesting. I don't want to recall her just yet. I just want to see what happens with her. Did you see that? Who's that? Now, it's interesting that some people come down. Sure enough, look
Good
at
to
you.
see you.
This is Briella, who is the dining hall. She runs the town hall dining hall, and she's decided to have lunch by the river. How sweet. I love it. I love it. So she's on her break, and she's having lunch by the river outside of her job, outside of where she works. And I really love that. So this was for Trade Post for Minecolonies. We originally thought that we were going to have an outpost, and we do. We have an outpost at one of Mr. Villager's procured villages or model villages, where Mr. Villager actually designed the village that the villagers live in on the other side of the Cherry Hills here. And that's how Trade Post for Minecolonies was originally was supposed to work. That if you wanted food from other biomes, you could have a trade post in that biome, I beg your pardon, and when you did, you would have rail running between the outpost and the train station. And so we put the gatehouse, this is a hive, level 5 gatehouse, and we put the gatehouse here because I loved the way this gatehouse was made. Visitors and citizens, and this is for people coming in, traders, and it's right here at the river, and I love that. And so we've got a little flower shop here, and we'll put some things on the outside of this flower shop as soon as I get a chance. And so we do have a druid station here. There isn't a druid assigned yet to this station, and this station is one of the things that has to be brought up to the level 5. We're going down the rail track. That last opening was for the marketplace, and this opening coming up is for manufacturing. And you see here we have an extra mason, so we have 2 masons. Did I put books in that corner? I sure did. So I put books in this corner because they wanted to come here to this corner and stand here like this. And so it's like I gave them something to look at. Since they're going to stand in that corner like that, there might as well be something there for them to be getting from that corner. And this is the cavern, level 5, Lady Shatana's masonry. The only thing that we did was we took out the special. So Minecolonies is made for challenges. It's Minecraft, and they're very true to Minecraft. So they have, at level 5, there are things that you have to get in order to build level 5 buildings. And stone is one, You have to go to the end. You have to have been to a sea monument, and you have to have been to the nether by the time you get to level 5. But we didn't want some of those stones being used here, and so we changed the shelf right here to oak, and we put in modded furniture in this bottom part here. And so she is waiting for an order from, and while she's waiting for an order, she likes to do sculpting, and so or stonework. Stonework isn't sculpting, is it? Sure it is. A sculptor works in all sorts of materials. So yeah, stonework is sculpting, and so she likes to do that. And here he is. This is Lucas. Now this is interesting.
Need something?
Lucas actually, I thought you lived with someone, but he doesn't. But he is crazy about Dixie. He's crazy about Dixie and comes and visits her every day and makes sure that she's okay. Lucas is the blacksmith. And is there a place for them? I think Dixie is living here with Brooke, and I don't know where Lucas is living. Let's check for a minute. This is all level 5 manufacturing here, and the manufacturing housing. We could put Lucas here if he's not living with someone already. Let's see if he's living in the mining. I don't think he is. I don't think he's living in the mining apartment. And there is Riley, our miner. And if you're wondering why they're bare-shirted, it's hot here. It's hot. It's summer in Jalapari, and they are dressed in Athenian. They're dressed in Athenian clothing, and Riley and Mia are here by themselves. They're a couple. So where are the guys? I might have moved them into the new apartment building. So I'm going to go down and check. If it turns out that Lucas is living in this apartment building by himself, I might move him in with Brooke. And let's see. Yes, Lucas is here. So Ellie and Boone are here, and they raised a kid too. Ellie and Boone raised a kid, but they are not necessarily a couple. And we have room for one more person here, and it could be Dixie, but if I put Dixie here, then there's no room for children. And I try and keep one open so that the people in here might get a kid. But Lucas is in here by himself. And I'm gonna leave it for now, and then we'll see. Brooke is back in her house. She's a mason. She's in the mason house. And Dixie is there. I would prefer not. But I don't have any other place right now without piling up too many people in that place. However, let me look for a second. Let's say we're not going to let the people in here have kids, or that they might get kids anyway, even though they're living here and there's no room. Lucas, Briella. Let me see if Dixie lived here, if she's too far away. She's right on the edge, but I think I'm going to assign her here. I'm going to move her out of the Mason house for right now. Now we have Kishore, and I think he's living in the Forester's house. Kishore is. I'm going to come down here and see. This is all manufacturing in this area, and this is what I like to do because we have peace, so we're not fighting. Hi. And so, sure enough, Kishore is here. Maximiliano needs to be here. This is the forester's house, and he is, in fact, the forester. And Alec is living here. I might have one of the women move in here. So we're going to have Kishore move out. And I'm going to check and see how many women are living in the dorm. It's kind of a dorm in the warehouse. So let's go up to the warehouse now and see who is living up here. We have Cade, Jakari, Jameson, so it's all males living up here. And they're all couriers except Marcos is living here. So I don't have any women. I mean, I do have women couriers, but they're not living in this house. Let me see where my women couriers are living, because I think I want one to move in here. And I have a bunch of couriers as well. So let's move Kishore first, because I can see what's going to happen here that I'll forget. Let's come here. And I did take him out of the house, so let's put him in with Brooke. So we're going to move the ores smelter, who works right here, into this house over here. And that's Kishore, who's now homeless, and he is going to live here now. Okay, and now I have to find a female that I would like to live in the forester house with the guys that are living there. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have mixed housing for couples, for people who aren't couples, I should say. For people who aren't couples, to have them live in mixed housing. So we have 4 people living here. We have 2 couriers. We have Remy and Trenton. And we have Samir and Liberty. So we're going to take Remy out of here. So the housing, we're going to have Remy move away. I do not think that she is in a relationship with Liberty. I think they did. Did they raise a kid? Hold on a second. Let me look at the kids for a second. That's... Oh, and we need a doctor. And we're probably going to do that. Let me see here if what I think is true, that they formed a relationship. Liberty, I've got Alea, I'm looking for Liberty. And Remy raised Luana. Luana is just a member. Okay, let me go here. I have to wait until they get up. I don't want to wake them up. You're hearing the chicken farm behind that house. And we're going to come here and go to sleep in this druid station. I have a bed here. Here's mine. We'll go to sleep here. I could change the blankets in the gatehouse to show that it is a place that I'm supposed to be sleeping. I know I'm supposed to be making a place in the town hall for me, but I just haven't gotten a chance to do that yet because there's so much to do all the time. There's so much to do all the time. So let me look at Liberty and see if she is in a partnership. Liberty is going to be right here. They might have gone to dinner. I forgot that. Hi, Giovanni. I forgot that Giovanni has a bunch of people living with him. Let me see if I want to move one of these people. So we have Sean, Vienna, and Giovanni. Okay, no. So I definitely... Wait, what? This is only a level 4? Let's get, build Let's get Cash to work on this level 5 when he is done. You hear that sound? That is, yes, we have two villagers who have decided they're obsessed with getting that clock to work. And so they are up in the clock tower and they want to do that. Okay, so we move. I did not see. I still don't see. Where are you? I don't want to recall her for fear she's in the hospital. Let's go look. We've created a new hospital. Created? They've built. They built a new hospital. Yes, they did. The town built a new hospital. Violetta built this hospital right here. So the cathedral medical center is now a clinic, and this farm medical center is the main hospital. And so Pedro has moved to the main hospital, and he's quite happy about being here. We still need some furniture. They're still waiting for furniture to arrive for the solarium right here. And the downstairs is where most of the beds are. He does have an emergency room right here, where if someone comes in, they go right to there. And then the other rooms are downstairs. But I'm looking for Liberty and I'm not finding her. So she might be at the dining hall. Let's come back and see if she's come back to work. I only need one, and I know Liberty's right here. I don't want to chase the courier all over the place. There she is. Hello,
Need
you.
something?
Yes, I do. Let me look at the family. And she does not. So she did not actually partner with Remy, even though they raised a kid together. They are not partners. So we're going to move Remington into the Forrester house, which means she's closer to her job because she's a courier and she's stationed out of here. That's Sean. Sean is our recycler, and he is wandering around right now, probably getting some sun. And let's come here, and we'll put Remy here. And there we go. Okay, so this is our manufacturing area with the warehouse, the mining complex with the mining apartment, the masonry home with below the mason home in the same building is manufacturing. And so we have Boone, who's our sifter. We have Ellie, who runs the crushing plant. We have Cade right here, who's our concrete mixer. And we have Lucas here. No, Tobias. Tobias is here. I'm sorry, Tobias. How are you? I know I made a mistake. Tobias is our bricklayer, and they are in the bottom of Brooke's house. And Brooke is now living with Kishore, who is our ore smelter. Brooke is here, and Kishore works here. And Lucas is right here, and it was Lucas who's going over here to see Dixie all the time. And that's what we were looking at. We're now at the train station. This is the train station. And I'm going to take this piece and this piece because I need them at the hospital. We've got a villager who's waiting to go back to the village behind the Cherry Hills. He's waiting for a streetcar to go down there, and we'll just leave him there for now. And then this is the warehouse entrance for the train station. So the train, someone can get off the train here and go into the warehouse. Then down here we have the entrance for the mechanic shop and for Liberty, for the glass shop. And this is their two shops together. You can see Giovanni right here and Liberty right here, and this is the glass shop. And in here is Giovanni's. One of the interesting things, and I'll show it today again because it's so much fun, is this elevator. And I'm going to turn it on so I can go downstairs. And there we are. And so this is where he's doing work down here. And you can see it says player workshop. Calling this beware. And it is, in fact, for the most part, the player workshop. It has, oops, I got wet. So I had siren sight, and that's why it was so bright and lovely down here for a minute. But this is where um, this is where Giovanni has things stored. He has merchandise stored here, and so I feel like this is Giovanni's shop, and so we will press the elevator again so we can go back up. And there we are, and there I am with my siren sight. That's why it's so bright in here. Let me do something for a minute while I'm here. I'm going to put this boat away. I've got, let me see if they will sell the seeds. If they sell seeds, it'll say, it will not show here. Yay! Excellent. Yes, Giovanni, everything's fine. And let's come here. So they will sell seeds, and that's good because, yes, we have two people asking for compost. We could have the farms ask for compost, and that would get rid of the seeds really quickly if the farmers were asking for compost. And I think we might, but I don't know. We don't really need that complication at this particular time. The farms are doing pretty good on their own. So we were in the rail station. Let's go back to Liberty's place. I'm in the farm country right now, and Liberty is at the end of manufacturing. You can see this is a tree farm in the center of town. This small tree farm in the center of town is sort of like a park for them. And there are villagers in this area, so we do have some things back there. But we're going to the farm. So this is still in the rail, and we are adding something new here. We are adding a sugar farm, and so we need a planter, and this planter is being worked on, and there's something that's missing here and also here. Both of these people are waiting for some kind of stone or something that they haven't gotten. And then this is the new hospital. Then the farmers in the farm country, the farm district, is the main hospital. And then Violetta is down here with our sugar farm. We have a second sugar farm. That's going to be a third sugar farm down there. We can't keep enough sugar. So, and they will not grow more than one sugar. I don't know what the problem is. It is a problem in my mod pack. And I say that because no one else is having the problem that I'm having with sugar farmers. So I can only get them to grow one field of sugar when supposedly they'll grow four. I cannot get them to do that. Okay, there was a time, and then in the middle of 21, 21's been a year now at least. And in the middle of that time, some mod changed that interfered with that. What's she waiting for? Cactus. That's right. I don't have anyone to work any cactus. And I think I want Juliana to work the cactus, and I haven't set that up yet. Mr. Villager! Isn't that a cool thing? Hi! Oi, Mr. Villager, let me put this down for a second. I'm putting down the Akasha records. How are you? How are you doing? And we're going to head down to Juliana's shop and get her to make cactus. She wants to work it with cactus. And since cactus is being grown in the farm area, you're doing good. I am too. I'm doing very well this morning. I did not have a good sleep, but I'm up. And so and since I've been up, this is actually, I've been very good since I've been up. So thank you for asking. Obrigado. And let's come here and let's see if it's showing something on the cutter. It is not. So we're going to have to teach cactus. And let's look at what Violetta needs from the cactus group here. Nobody wants. Yes. And let's come here and let's look at cactus. Yeah, they probably don't. So we have a cactus extra. I beg your pardon. Sorry about that. I think that the mechanic has to make that because it's not showing for her to make. But she does have to make. And see the cactus extra panel? Why isn't it showing here? It says resolved by the player. That's curious. These are both cash wanting those things. Let me see if I can find what she wants. That's interesting. These should be here. See these two things? Let's try doing cactus extra panel. Let's come here and let's teach recipe. Teach cactus extra. Cactus extra. And there it is right there. And it says the carpenter. Oh, or the stonemason. But it says the carpenter will do this. So let's teach that. Green cactus is also the carpenter. Carpenter will make, that's the dyer. But if we go back to the carpenter will make green cactus. I'm going to teach her how to make that. And then we need her to make panels. So let's come here and let's get cutter recipes. And let's get cactus extra. That is trade post for Minecolonies. Cactus extra. Let's teach that, and that will give us our cactus extra panels. Teach it. Okay. So she can make the extras, but she cannot make the panels. So it is Dixie who's going to need to do that. And if we come down here and see that Dixie might as well do the whole thing. But I like kind of that the carpenter is working on it first. Working on stripping the cactus layer off, since Forester doesn't do it. Stripping the cactus layer off and then making it. Let's come to the cutter. Let's teach cactus extra. Cactus extra. right here, and there we go. And then the other piece that needed making is cactus extra. Oh yes, so I'm going to explain to Mr. Villager. This is actually trade post for Minecolonies. This extra clipboard, if I'm not mistaken. But let me come here and look. It's not saying, but let me come to here, advanced V, and there it is, clipboard. And yes, it's trade post for Minecolonies, making a clipboard that you can actually separate their food requests from what the builders want. And so you see this where view only requests expected to be fulfilled by the player. So fulfilled by the player means that there's not enough of something. So see, Riel is asking for tea. It might be that Brian doesn't know how to make tea. Brielle is asking for stew. No, that's Emery. So Emery might not know how to make mushroom stew and tea. So we'll check on that in just a minute. The rabbit's feet are from Kamala, but we have to see why we're not getting enough of those. And honey, we might be out of bottles as far as that's concerned. But the only thing that we have to be concerned about here is missing now. I thought that there was a... There it is, right here. So this is a shroom light and cactus extra. So let's have her make this. Now she might not be able to, it might be, wait, a mechanic, but I don't know for sure yet. So let's do a shroom light, S-H-R-O-O-M, shroom light, which is this, right here. This is not what I want. So let's come to the cutter, let's teach recipe, let's teach shroom light, S-H-R-O-M. Usually brings it up, but it didn't this time. It's not bringing it up. Light, L-I-G-H-T. No, too much. Let me see what it's actually called. It's called S-H-R-O-O, single. So let's hope they're in the correct order. Cactus extra, C-T-U-S, extra, cactus extra, and shroom light, S-H-R-O-O-M, and there it is. I wasn't spelling it right. And is that correct? It is correct. And so we're teaching, and sure enough, it is Dixie who is going to make it. So now we have that recipe. Let's go back now for a moment. I want to go to the sun is coming up. Oh, clouds. It's too late, I think. I think it's too late to go to bed. I think it is, but we'll check for a minute. See the clouds in the sky? That means it's going to rain. But let's see if we can quickly leap into bed here and go to sleep. No! I thought it was too late. Okay, so it's probably going to rain today because the clouds are gathering. And in this shader pack that I have, it's actually, when it gets cloudy like this, we're going to have rain. Let me see what else. Yeah, it's an interesting thing to be able to separate things out. So, for instance, if a recipe is missing on something, it usually appears here. Now, rabbit's feet for the post box, it's saying there's something going on with the rabbit farmer. So we'll have to look and see what that is. Let's put this here. Where did I get glass stair from? Did I pick that up somewhere? I didn't know I had that on me. Hold on a minute. Hi, Emery. Remember, Emery, we were going to check and see if she knew how to make tea, and how to make, let's come here, and how to make mushroom stew. So let's come down. Emery is right here. And this is her, she's the chef. And Nia is the sommelier. Now we have 3 chefs, but we only have 1. Phantoms are coming.
What's it today then?
We have 3 chefs, but we only have 1 sommelier because the sommelier uses extras from the warehouse. That's trade post for Minecolonies. And I don't want three sommeliers pulling extras out of the house, because you have to set up that they don't take everything. So when you make this stack, a stack equals a protected stack, and it automatically protects 5 stacks if you put the name in. You don't have to put the number in, it automatically does it when you look to add something. So if we were going to add corn or something, it would see the 5 is already there. So corn's already there. I think we have everything here so far. I don't see peppers yet on this list. So we could just show pepper. So they won't take all the nether peppers. We do grow nether peppers, and add pepper, the regular pepper, bell pepper, and so we'll put that in as well, so that they won't take all of those to make the stew. And let's come up, and let's come out. So Rosalie is not having a fit this morning about not having enough space. This is an arcology. Hi. Oh, good. And there's Jeffrey. Jeffrey's making a delivery or a pickup, and she doesn't have a lot of space, but she is one of our busiest because she's in the market place. She gets lots of customers. And Gilbert is in the university area. He's the other baker, and he does other work. So I could go right quick to the farm district and look at Kamala and see why rabbit's feet are on the list here. And Cash, that is a visitor. There's Juliana. Okay, so Cash now should get the piece that he needs in order to, because we should have cactus. Did you see that? That was probably Pipkin. I saw what looked like something flying over, and that would be Pipkin. How it would taste. Let's come up here, and that's Kamala we just saw going back to her. Well, she's not going back to the shop. Now, I don't know whether this is fixed yet, this part right here, but this was the only way we could get her to go down, is to put the full, yeah. Oh, there you are. That's person Kamala. So I wonder who that is. I think it might be Miriam, the horticulturalist who was standing out there. It's a fine day. And how are you? And what do you have? Let's see. Can I see? Look. Dun, 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 dun. She has coffee and rabbit's feet. And she is supposed to be, yay. So I could take these away and see, but the last time I didn't have a full scaffolding on the ground, she was having trouble getting in. And so this is why we have that scaffolding piece above the ground.
The buffet at the restaurant is exquisite.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad. Yay, Kamala's happy. And she actually is.
Good day, Tia.
She's happy, see? She's happy with her job, and she loves taking care of rabbits. And and so she's doing good. Miriam was standing here, and Miriam is the horticulturalist in the hot and humid greenhouse, which is Trade Post for Minecolonies add-on mod. This is an add-on called Warehouse, and there she is. That's Miriam. She's the horticulturalist, and you can see Nikolai in the field back there. Nikolai is the farmer, and you have to have both. You have to have a horticulturalist and a farmer for and there's the rain. We knew it was going to rain today. Okay. This is Nikolai's farm right here. Oops, that's one of our pet wolves right there. We have villagers living in this area, and so there is a farm. And then because this is a butcher shop, a villager butcher shop, they are located close to the animal farms. There's something I need to show you, Mr. Villager. Mojang is saying we can't have birds because it would be too hard to code how they fly. But we have phantoms. Yeah, I know. That's interesting. I think they might mean the flying, like a whole bunch of them flying together. This cow doesn't belong here. So let me come here for a second. No, let's come to here. Now let's come to here. Let me get this. And we're just going to take this cow back into here where it belongs. Come on, you. That's right. And there we go. Okay. Now, we're at level 5 for the farmers, and so they do harvest and feed animals in the rain. Most workers will not work in the rain until level 5. And this is the wolf house. This is where the 3 wolves live. Yes. The 3 little wolves, as opposed to the 3 little pigs. We actually have a pig house here. And so let me explain what happened with this. I did not understand that the pigs and the farm animals that you can train are separate now. You can see that they're not on this list. So these are the animals that you can have for that are trained to help you collect things. So you can have a pet panda, you can have a pet cat, a pet fox, a pet wolf. However, if you want a pet pig, there isn't one right now. I thought we could have a pet pig, but in actuality, this is meant for you to get a herd animal if you're in an area that doesn't have pigs or chickens or sheep or bees. Now the bee one is really especially good because they can get bees for you much more easily. You have to do the research, but once you do the research, they can get the bees for you, and rabbits in case you're someplace. And so those things, Mr. Villager, you'll have to ask me what you were talking about then. Still remember Tiholo. Oh, yeah. Dipolo. Yes, indeed. And so we don't, yeah, exactly. So one of the wolves just shook water all over me. Luckily, I'm a fish. Who is this? Hi, you. Who is, 2 of them are there. Yay, okay. We have Floof, we have, and let me see if they're all here. Let's come to the pets. So Sheila is within range, Floof is within range, and Rude Wolf. So if they're out of range, it says that they're out of range. I'm going to call Pipkin back because it's raining, and Pipkin's stand is right Actually, I should have traded it, but Pipkin stand is right here. Now, this is a new thing that you can insert here what you want your pets to look for. So, see this apple? Will it go here? It's not going there. I should tell them that it says insert an item here, but it's not acknowledging that there's an item. See, I can't put it here. So I don't know if this is supposed to be opened up. Nope. So I was supposed to look at that. No, guys, go back in. Although the wolves are here and they'll probably make sure that those two go back in. They're going to make sure they go back in. They can't get out. See, we have fencing along this whole area here, so they can't get out, and that seems to be working. Yeah, they can crawl over the top of this, but there isn't any place for them to go once they do that, and that's part of the reason why we don't worry too much about them crawling over the top of this piece here. If it seems like we're going to have a problem with it, then we will put fence here, but we haven't so far had that much of a problem with it. I'm going to go sleep so that the rain, I'm going to sleep through the rain. This is one of our chicken houses. We now have 2 chicken houses, and we have Alea in one chicken house, and then on the other side of the farm district we have another chicken house, and we're going to come here. Let's bring him here. Oh gosh, that was so long ago. You mean the pig? Tipolo? I wish we could. We did bring a pig, but they're a herd animal, which means that they can be harvested. There's no way to keep them separate. I thought that they were going to stay separate. Let me go to the, I thought that they were going to stay separate, Mr. Villager, but there's no way to keep them separate unless I put them on a lead and actually have them be at the, and I don't know, do we want a pig to be on the lead like that? I'm not in the right place. Let's continue down to the other. That's Sutton, by the way, in that house right there. Yeah, he would have to be on a lead all the time to keep the wolves from putting him back. Whoop, from putting him back in the farm where then he would be harvested. For a while it looked like he was going to stay on his own, that he was going to stay in the pet shop on his own. But then the very day when I was showing that he was staying in the pet shop, the pet pig that we had, he went into the field. And so then there was no way of knowing, you know, if who he was, first of all, from the other pigs. And then there was also no way of knowing if he got harvested. So that, I know, he would end up being on a lead all the time. And that's the reason I don't have pets, period, is because they would end up sitting or being on a lead to keep them from following me into the ocean. And the fact that there is a pet shop in Trade Post allows for the first time for there to be pets. For there to be pets. Yeah, and that's exactly it, Mr. Villager. So the pig picked other pigs. I think the pig wanted to be with other pigs and thought that, oh, look at them, they're out in the field and they're having so much fun. I want to go out and be with them, right? Yeah. and so that's what happened. what happened was the pet pig joined the pig community in the farm, and now we don't know which one it is. So let's come here and see what he's waiting for a minute. Green carpet. What are the chances? And red wool. What are the chances that green carpet is not something that Santino knows how to make? Let's come down here and see. So remember this, we had wanted to expand this chicken field and bring it all the way up to the wall. But when we did, Leia was going up into this field in order to try and get to the chickens. So the way she has been structured, the way this house works, the way the Structurize has arranged this house, she has to be able to walk around this field. And so we returned the walkway around the field so that she can feed and harvest the animals from here. We still don't have an actual roadway right here. We were headed for, hadn't I noticed that before? Wow. We were headed for Santino for a minute to make sure, Santino for green wool. Let's just make sure that there is green wool here. That's gray. And that's green wool. Okay, let's make sure that Marissa, this is Marissa.
A fine morning.
Hi, Marissa. Knows how to make. Now, should I have her make it? Or should I have the new kid on the block? Should I have her make it? That's an interesting thought. It's interesting how this co-op is literally just the co-op. No big structure near to house the hut block. It's just this. You're talking about the little birdhouse piece. Is that what you're talking about? The coop? Oh, that's what you mean, the coop, the bird piece. It would be nice if the bird, and that would be something interesting for you, Mr. Villager. It would be nice if the bird piece had a little house on it, a birdhouse on it. Right now, it just looks like the other pieces, and that would be curious. Wouldn't that be interesting? I agree with you on that. I think I'm going to have the new kid on the block. I think I'm going to go down to the new Fletcher and have her learn how to do green carpet. And this is just to make it that she knows how to do something. And I definitely think that that is what we should do. Yeah, that would be a cool thing to offer to Trade Post, is a new hut block, because that is sort of like a hut block, because the pets work from there. Of that would be really interesting. Let's come down here. He just came out of this house, but this house belongs to Haley, and Haley is the new, who was that who just came out of the house? I don't know. There goes Wade. Wade's going to work on the Fletcher. So let's come down here, and then we can see if Nia is actually coming here to work. Let's recall her for a minute. There she is.
Great to see you.
You don't have any compost dirt to plant on. Composted dirt.
Another
okay.
Beautiful day.
All right. So she is asking for composted dirt. So I think we're going to try something and see if I can just add some composted dirt to an area so that she is not unhappy. If I can't do that, I may have to do a different shop. I may have to do the Shire shop, which I forgot about. I forgot the Shire shop. I was thinking of something really tiny, but I could have done the Shire shop there. Um, I put in that shop because that was a special. I don't know whether you remember, Mr. Villager, but on Emney Island, we actually had, let's look here, and peach. No, it's not there. Carpet is what we need, green carpet. So we're going to come here and do green carpet, PET. We need green carpet recipe. And am I going to, yeah, we're going to do this one. There we go. So she now knows how to make green carpet, and she is making any Fletcher recipes that are new. And look, he's working on it. See, it's partially stone, partially wood. I forgot about that. So let me show you what we put in, and then I'll show you what we should have done. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So let's look here because, oh, no, it wasn't. It wasn't Shire. It was cliff style. Ah, that's why. So hold on for a second. So let me get a builder tool, which I have. And there we can see the border. Let's show the tool. And so what I put in was my little piece that I had made. Mine monster. And oh, I'm what is that called? Dark dust? I have the dark dust sign there. No, let's go to agriculture and flower shop. So this flower shop was made specifically to put into a tavern that we were using as a hotel on Emney Island, and which was 19. And we just needed the shopkeeper there. And at that time, the shopkeeper wasn't complaining that they didn't have a field. I don't know why, but they didn't complain. Now, what I remembered just now, switch pack, was Cliff Style. Cliff Style has the perfect shop. The only problem is it's made for cliffs. And so because it's made for cliffs, it has all this, wait, where is it? Husbandry, fields, horticulture. It should be here and it's not. Is it in luxury? Yes, it is. Okay, so this is the cliff style flower shop. So you can see that I could put it in the inside, but because of all of this front part here, they would dig out the entire area there. A level 5 looks like this. So there is composting inside. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? It is to me. I think it's worth it to try and do a special shop. And if we do a special shop, see all this part on top here that we couldn't have there. If we do a special shop, we would only be doing the inside. We would bring the bound box down to the inside part and then not have this front area. She has plenty of fields inside that she can work. These are all fields in here, and that's kind of what's needed in that location that we've got there. So I would like to do that. So let's come here. We're still waiting for builders to finish in the, that's X. We're still waiting for builders to finish in the university area, housing in the university area, so we can have kids. So we could look at some of the tourists and see if anyone wants to be a doctor. We do still need another doctor, and a doctor is, let's look and see. I think it is mana. Yes, it's mana and knowledge. So we can either grow a doctor, in other words, get a kid who's going to become a doctor, and I would prefer to do that, which is why I keep putting off getting someone, is to do that. So let's escape, let's save and quit to title, and let's go to the flatland. And here we are. So the last thing that we were working on, remember, was trying to get the tavern to work, and we did. We ended up getting the tavern to work, and it was wonderful. So in that respect, that was fine. And then out here, I have some room. Let me get this. So there's the new border. So I have enough room to put something right here. So we're going to put the cliff style right here, and then we're going to adjust it. So let's come here, let's touch down, and let's go to cliffs and select, and let's pick luxury, the flower shop, level 5. I'm not having them, I think that if you don't start with the level 1, I think it now doesn't let them build it, but we can try it and see if they will. Do we need anything underground? We do not. Okay, so let's build this level 5 right here. And constructed, and there we have it. And then let's X. All right, so this is it. So what we don't want is the outside part. So let's get a scan tool. We don't need the tag. This scan has already been used. We don't need the sign, but it's not doing anything. This is what we need, and we need a scan tool. SCA, and a new one, so that we can do a new piece. All right, and let's come to the bottom. So see, this is the floor right here. So I need this floor to come out, all the way out and back. Okay, back to here. And I think that gets that wall. It does get that back wall. I need that back wall to be there. And I think that's good. Do I need it to come out that far? If all I need is this piece right here. See that piece there? I think I want it to come out to there. On that side. Now it's this side that's the problem, because this is the height, and from the inside all I need is this roof right here. So I need that roof piece, and I need it to come all the way out to this front part right here, because I need the door. So the door is right here. This is the door right here. So I need the door to come out so I can make sure that I have a door. Come out to there. And so, but it needs to be up this high. there's the light. That is the light for me to drink something. I'm going to drink the juice. There we go. Okay, so let's take a let's try it. So this is the top right here, and and this is the bottom right here. And let's come over here and let's look and see what that box looks like, the bounding box for this. And there it is. So we can see that all we're going to get is that part that belongs to the inside of the place. And I think it comes down enough, and I think we're good with that. So are we ready? Let us make this a special. We have to give it a name. And let's go to here. Let's go to our actual Monster to Mermaid pack for a minute. There's Vincentia's, and there's mine. And let's come here. And so we want it to be in agriculture. We have one flower shop already, and we can make this the we can just say Cliff Flower Shop, just so that we can separate which one it is. So we're looking at Monster, agriculture, tiny. We're gonna say Rail Flower Shop. I think we'll call it a Rail Flower Shop. Oh, you got to go. Yes, it's that time. Okay. Cool. Yeah, no worries. Definitely. I will tell Vincentius that you send greetings to him, and see you. Have a good day, Mr. Villager. Have a good day. And yes, it is Friday, so people are still working. And let's come here, and we were doing the name. So I think I want Monster to Mermaid, agriculture, florist. So that's what we're going to do. So let's X that. Let's come here and let's do the name. And we have to do Monster to Mermaid slash agriculture, GRICULTURE slash tunnel. I could either call it tunnel. I think I'll call it Tunnel Flower Shop. Flower Shop Tunnel. Flower Shop Tunnel. And then I have to name it 5 in order for it to be the correct number. And let us create. And there it is. So now let me go here. So we just made that. Now we're going to come here and look for, ooh, and there it is. So that's it right there. So we can see this top part is going to be open, but it won't be because it's inside a cave. I like having that area, and I'm fine with all of this. We can take these out here because we don't need, we're not using those. We can put in chandelier or some other kind of candlelight, or lanterns because of the type, but it would look like this. So what this is doing is right here in this section right here, it's going to fill, it's going to it's going to create these pieces right here, and I don't want it to. So what I need to do is to X this. No, I need to update. What I need to do is to fill in this. Otherwise, what's going to happen is they're going to carve all of this out, and it's going to be empty in this part right here. So this part needs to be filled in with these blocks. So let's go back here to where we have this, and so that I can see where it is. So see this part right here? So that means that this section right here that we need, all of this has to be filled in right here. And this is what, for those of you who wonder, well, why don't they build this and why don't they build that and why don't they do this? This is why. It is a lot of detail work to create the buildings that they create. A lot of detail work. So let's bring this down to here. Let's bring this down so that I can see how far, wait, I have to stop. How far I have to come this way. I think that's enough, but I'm not entirely sure. So because we need this part of the building here, and this is Minecraft, so everything is square. So I need this to come out and meet something out here. And so that's what I'm looking at right now. Let's have this come out, and then I can fill it in with these as soon as I find the location for this. So this includes, I need to include this part of the building. See, this right here is a part of the inside wall, so it has to come to here. I don't necessarily need that, so I'm going to bring it back to here. So let me take this part right here and bring it up one, right in this part right here, bring it up to there. That's as high as we want it to be, right there. And then take away this extra on this part right here. We don't need this part. And this is too far out, so we'll bring this part back. And so then we're bringing this over, and then I have to fill it in. So it's not so holy. Otherwise, they're just going to build. Now, if I was just going to build the level 5 myself, it wouldn't matter. But I think I'd like them to do it, if possible. If I can get them to do it, I would like them to do it. So sometimes I can't get them to do it. And that's just what happens. So in this area here, see those parts right back there? It's okay if they do that. I actually should take the block away from here. It's going to make a line where they won't remove anything in that section. So I should take these away. These right here, but not here. This whole part right here, I don't want them to take anything away. So let's bring this down might be doing this wrong, but we'll find out in a minute. When we go in and do it. Winky. So let's come to there, and that's right under this one. There we go. All right. Right around here, right to here, and then the front part of this. I have to bring this over the top somehow so that I can see the front part of this. Shoot, I would need to scan it again so that I can. Let's take this piece here and let's make it go away. Let's fix that. And then let's, I don't think I can still come back to here, but let me see if I can. Oh, yay. Excellent. Yay. Dun, 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 dun. Excellent. Dun, 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 dun. And let's just bring this part out so that they don't dig out this entire area here. Okay. And on this part, right here, none of this needs to be dug out of the wall. And right here, let it be, let it be. Let's take that away. And let's put this in right there. And up here, let's take this away and have this be filled in this spot right here. So we're going to fill this entire thing in, which means, of course, we have to rescan it, but that's okay. Fine doing that one more time, just to make sure that I have it. There's that. Coming up here, and this spot, like that, and up to there, and bring this out. So we're just filling in the bounding box with the part that I need right there. I don't need this. So we're going to take that part away. This is going to be inside the area there. And this is almost coming out too far, having this part here, but I think it's going to be okay. I think I might like to have that part come out. So let's take this away in here, and we can. And take this one away here, and all of this away in here. It's going to put that in, and if the builder is doing it, I don't need this stuff here. Is this within the build? This is. So let's remove this for a second so I can make sure that I'm getting this part right here and not getting the rest. Okay, so remember, we're putting this inside the location, and that's what we're making it to do. So we'll be able to use these next time for cavern build. I'll be able to have a different type of flower shop that I can put in besides Lady Shatana's flower shop if I want an extra style. So when I do flower shops and shops, a lot of times I have more than one, which is why I end up having arcology or doing some modifications in order to get these pieces, to get this to look like this on the inside of this train station, or I should say this train tunnel that I'm trying to do. So I want these parts. Because the arcology one isn't going to work. She's going to keep asking for things that she can't get. So it's not coming up above that. I'm fine with having that little front piece there. But does it make sense? Does it make sense in the cave to have this? I don't think it does. Let's take this away and see what it looks like if it doesn't have this part right here. Because all we really want is that front part there. And we're not even getting this. We can't have any of this back here. I know, I just took away one of them. Can't have any of this. We can't have this. They'll just break into the ground to put that there, and it's not necessary in the train station. When we put this in the train station, we'll be able to see how much of this we can put back, how much decoration on the outside they can have. But right now, they pretty much can't have that. They can't. Okay, so I've got that part, and now we just have to fill in what isn't building right up to here. And so let's come down here and fill in this part underneath. And so you can imagine, now the style designers, they are much more skilled at and want to take much more time to be skilled at getting this kind of thing that I'm doing, getting it to a point where they can do it really fast, where they know how to get in and get these things done in a way that gives them this stuff really fast. I am probably working myself into a corner where I won't be able to get out, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to just have all of this be here. Is this outside the line? We'll see in a minute. It is not. Yay! Yay! Okay. So now I'm just going to bring this all the way up from these parts. I think I can reach. Yes, I can reach all the way back and get as much of that as possible to go back into that corner. Am I able to get back there? I'm not. Okay, let's go back in for a second and come down here and put this in. I probably could do it from underneath, right? We'll find out in a minute, because this whole underneath part has to be done. And we can see this level right here. I need to be able to put this in. And so much work to do. So much. There is a lot of times, sometimes, but it's worth it. It would be worth it to have a flower shop where she is not going to complain that she doesn't have any place to work, because she doesn't. I don't know how that flower shop worked in 19. I think it was just an oversight. I don't think they ever expected anyone to extract the shop part from the field part in order to have a flower shop. And later designers actually made indoor shop, including Cavern. Cavern actually has, of course, it has to, indoor fields for flowers. But I'm not so much interested in having the Cavern style of a flower shop. Uh, for it doesn't look like a shop to me. It looks like industrial. So you can have, if I wanted to have a third place where they grew flowers that was industrial, I could have it. I could do the cavern style, but I don't need that. I don't need another. This is really just more decoration that I want it to look like in the shopping area, that there is a legitimate um, flower shop close to the where the people get off of the riverboat and take the or where people take the train, even in that area. And that's what I'm working towards. So what am I doing wrong here? Can I get this? I think I can. I'm still trying to get this part to be filled in all the way up to here. And if I put in this line, then I think I can just go, it'll be a little bit easier on the outside to just do this now. To fill this in all the way to here. And these all the way up. Now there may be an easier way to do this. I don't know yet. It's with trying to use other people's beautiful styles to retain the beauty of their styles, because the only reason why I want to build this is because it's gorgeous. And that goes for all the things that I build, that I love the styles. I love what this is Matlam and Mixasa's cliff style, and we've used it in the past. And isn't it funny? You can find, I think on the very first Jalapari videos that I did, I said, I am not doing cliffs, I'm not doing cavern, I'm not doing anything that has to do with mountains. And then we have this rail tunnel, and then we need something like that. Exactly. Exactly. And then we need something like that. So that is what I'm doing right now. So if we leave the bound box empty, they will clear out all the stone in this area underground. And this is what I don't want them to do. And so this is why I am filling this box in. And is that going below the box? It is. So this is the last one that I need here, is for it to come out to this side. I hope I haven't missed any. But at least they're not going to take the entire mountain away trying to build this. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. Them taking the mountain away. Because it's the rail tunnel. We're not trying to I need these to come up in this area, up to at least to there. All right, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. So those pieces that you see, the schematic, and there might be a way to say, okay, I want this to be a schematic and it fills the whole thing in. I just thought of that just now, that there might be a thing like that. But if you do schematic in that way, then it hardens these. If I put them in like this, then they won't be there. They'll just be an indicator for the builder to that this is not a part of the build. But if you do a schematic, then those things, then these become hard and you have a problem, Houston. I've done that once. I did that in the ocean. I was trying to figure out something with one of the first ocean builds, or something I was trying to build in the ocean. And I thought, oh, I'll just do schematic and it'll just, I had a misunderstanding of what schematic did. And oh, that was so terrible. And I had like a million pieces of this. But luckily, I did it way out in the ocean, and I said, okay, well, that nightmare is there for good. It was, I think, that nightmare that made it that I started doing a flatland in order to have some place safe to make things so that I didn't have stuff all over the place in the actual world. That this place is a very special place in that it doesn't exist in the world that we're going to put build in. It's a dimensional world. Could you imagine if we had a dimension like this where we could go and do designing? In some ways, computers are making that dimension. They make that dimension where you have a place where you haven't built the building, but you can actually test and see if the building is going to come out the way you want it to. Imagine the ingenuity of man, human, I'm using man as human, so I might as well say human, as human, to create things and not have this kind of ability, not have the ability to see, except in your mind, what it's going to look like when you're done, except to draw, except to put on paper what it's going to look like when it's done. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Doesn't that just seem so intense that a person would be able to do that? And yet that's what the schools were for. That's what all the schools that have to do with architecture and things are about: planning a design and seeing a design happen in your mind and on paper before it's actually constructed, and having it work. And so it does make you wonder what happened. There was a situation in New York recently where they had decided to add a building on top of a building. And you could imagine that they did the structural work needed, or the stressing, or the understanding of the stress that the building, the original building, would be under in order to put 20 more stories on top of the building. So there's a lot of buildings in Manhattan where they were tiny buildings because they were built 100 years ago and they still exist in Manhattan. And so those buildings, people are trying to take advantage of real estate in certain areas, and they are building on top of old buildings. And this would all be fine theoretically. But apparently, just recently, someone did not do enough, or the designer did enough, and the builder, the developer, shortcutted. And that's a possibility that the developer went, oh, do we really need to use this kind of steel or rebar? Do we really need to reinforce right here? I mean, it's already built. It's been built here for all this time. And this is what happens sometimes. It's the jaws. I call that the jaws thing, where an expert is telling you that you need to do something, and a politician is saying, but the money, but the but the but everyone's going to be unhappy, the tourists. But in Jaws, that's one of the amazing things that they're going, yeah, but what if the shark doesn't come? Then we've lost a whole summer. And yeah, yeah. And when you think about the people who depend on tourism, I mean, you can kind of understand what's going on. The only thing is that they wanted to warn the people and they didn't. They wanted the people to know. And I think that Jaws has made it that everybody, kind of knows that you have to do that, whether you want to or not. You have to warn the people. Danger, Will Robinson, that there's something there that you might not want to swim. You might not want to swim today. And so yeah, but it is the thing that happens in places where, look what I missed. See that? I missed that whole area right there. So we'll put this in. That part of the music is telling me that we're on the second hour of the stream. We are doing 3 hours. And there we have it. I think got most of it. I see something right here that looks like there's not enough right in this part right here. See where they're filling in right there. I don't have enough right in that. Oops, boink. Those are down below. But these aren't. These are supposed to be here, so I need to put these in. They're not down below, and they need to go here. So we'll just fill this part in now, all the way up. So I have enough. I have enough that it should. I mean, even for me, I don't want to have to fill this in or do anything with this later. And that's the thing, that I don't want to have to do anything after getting it. So in the past, I was just lucky enough to go, I can change it when I get in. I can use a different material or do something like that. But I've gotten to the point now where when I've gotten skilled enough where I can make the changes here. It's much easier to change this arcology house here. Much easier to change these stairs here than to change all the blocks in the real in the world that these are going to be built in. It's so much easier to do it in the flatland the way we're doing this right now. And that way I don't have to then take all of that part of the building out, because I'm only using this part right here. And this is the part that we're using. And I think now that I'm looking, just making sure that I see those pieces all the way around. And that's looking good. I think I have a couple pieces down too far here, but I think I have all of these where they should be. Was that piece down too far? Yes, it is. And so we're ready. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rescan it. So we're going to come here and we're going to take this one right here and make that the top, and take this one right here and make that the bottom, and then we are going to save it with the name that we had before. So let's save it, and it's been successfully saved. And now let's go back to here and put this down, and we're going to see the things that we took off aren't there. So see, we don't have those front plants or any of that kind of stuff going on, because those aren't going to do anything for us. We're only doing the level 5, and it is complete. And we filled in this whole area here, right there. That's all filled in, and we're good to go. All right, so we have a new flower shop piece that we can put in. So let's come here, let's take this scan, put up, let's put these up, let's bring these down. We've got all sorts of flowers. Let's put the build tool up, and let's come here, and we're just going to get rid of all of these in preparation for whatever we do next time. We're not going to build this, so let me get the build tool back out and X this. I'm pretty confident about that, so we'll let it go. And let's go back to Jalapari, save and quit title. And let's come to hold on, single player. I'm afraid, I'm frightened for a second. Single player. Let's quit. Vincentius. I have something scary here. I went into the flatland and I came back and Jalapari is not here. Jala. I went into the back. Quit game.
Start the launcher again.
Okay. What could I couldn't have hit something that would make the world go away.
There are too many safeguards against deleting.
Yeah.
I think.
We think. Okay. Curse Forge. Neo Forge. Play.
121 Neo Forge Trade Fist is the right one.
Let's come up and let's play. Okay. I've never had that happen from going from the flatland back.
Yeah, that's it.
Terrifying.
Just strange. It's not in the middle. Like, I thought I could do something weird.
Proceed.
Here.
Ah.
So, what we were talking about.
Oh. What in the world? Wow. Well, if I didn't have all these witnesses, including you, I would think I was crazy.
Just because you have witnesses.
Thank you. He is so good at keeping me from panicking, from going. All right, quick curse forge. Wow, that was scary for a minute. It was like, where did it go? You saw it. Jalapari wasn't there, but it is. And the only problem with that would have been if in fact something had happened and Jalapari was gone, I could go back with Time Machine and find it. Go back before I went into the flatland. But then all the work that I did on that building would be possibly lost. Yeah, it would be lost because I would be going back in time before I built the building specifically to keep that from happening, to keep the thing from happening. So let's do one thing here first. Let's take this and let's, oh, Nia, I apologize. I just called her from her house in the middle of the night. Let's fire her for right now. And I'm going to see this. The new one might be too big to go here. But I'm hoping, let's see what happens. So let's come to the build tool. Let's go to monster to mermaid. This is monster to mermaid here. Let's go to agriculture and let's go to flower shops. And I don't have the flower shop here. Let's go to monster to mermaid here, agriculture, flower shop, and there it is. So there's the new shop, and we can see that it's pretty long. Now the build for, I might have to put something in just to make sure that I'm not encroaching on this build. See, there's a building right there. And this build, look how little room I have here. Let's move this all the way down to be right at the corner of this for sure. And that gives us some space right here. So we know that we can come to, let me go inside here for a minute, right here. So this is as far as we can come in that direction, which is, I believe, right there. So it is, in fact, right where it can be on both sides. Now let me push it back in. And that's going to put it right here like this. So it's going to look like this. So we're going to have to take, let's go to here. Let's put this up, put this up. We were going to put a rail notification at the hospital. We haven't done it yet. Let's bring down a pickaxe and let's go inside and let's find the hut blocks. So see right there, we're going to take these pieces away right here so that I can get to the new hut block location, which is right here. There's the new hut block. And how do I get out? Let's see. There we go. Okay. Oh, so the doors are practically in the same place. All right. So let's try something. Let's see if we can get them to build it. If I can get McKenna to build this. So let's come here. Let's assign a builder. Oh, no, I constructed it. No, I wanted a builder to build it. Oh, I hit constructed by mistake. Oh, man. Well, there it is. I hit constructed by mistake. We don't need this there, although I should have gotten one of them, but I have one right here. Let's put this down right here for a second. I need two of these instead, so we can have one here and one here. Now, these that used to be here aren't here anymore. And so I see some space there that I probably missed. It looks like I missed some space right here, but we'll just fill that in for a second. This is nothing compared to filling the whole thing in, which we do not have to do. And right here, we can fill that one in. And so we have one there. So we're going to bring this back over here now and put it there and put this here. And that is in the correct place. No, it's not. So let's bring this back on top now, which is the way those are. And we have that being there and that there. I think that's much more correct. Nope, it's still one in from there. So let's go in and see what it looks like. Dun, 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 dun. So this is where Nia is going to be now. Manage workers, and Nia is the worker. Is going to be here. And we're taking out these. So when we take these out, we do have lights in here that can be. Now the question is there enough light in these for them, for growing? And we'll find out how this works out in a little bit. But this is her new shop. And she has places to grow things, and she also has a place to sell things, which is the most important part of this, is that there is a seller's part to here. So out here, notice it didn't take that part away. So if we wanted, we could put pots like right here. We could put some beautiful pot with something on it. And if we did, I have an idea. If we did glow pots here, that would actually be pretty. And then we could either do some hanging something on top there. And I think I like the idea of that. So let's put some things away. Let's put this away. Yes, I know I did want them to make it, but they're not gonna. Okay, let's put this up until I go back to that. We don't need the build tool anymore. And let's come here. Why? Because we're going to look at pots. Now we can actually grow in Dawn of Times pots, these pots here. So let's decide which one we like the best. I think I'm going to do the pottery pot. Right here. See, we can put a pottery, no, right here. We can put a pottery pot right there, and then have the glow berries grow. Glow berries grow, and do they grow up or down? Do they grow like this? They sure do. So we'll have them grow down from there, and they'll grow into those pots. And then across here, we can actually do, what are we talking about? We can't do any lighting. There's no such thing as lighting. There's no electric lights. It's going to be very interesting when the holidays come. Yeah, because there isn't anything that wouldn't be electric. Lamps, lanterns, lighting, no. Holiday, li, no. Lamps. So there's lamps. And we have all those different kinds, including Simply Light having, no, those are Silent Gems lamps there. And then Chipped having some lights of their own. Right here, I'm not really interested in having, I could call it magic, but I don't really want to do magic lights. If I did, I would do things in a glow in a bottle, like captured light, glowstone essence. These are fun. We could do that. And glow powder. You can put glow powder in. Let's take a couple. But for the outside of the building, I think this is going to be what we're going to have here. Cairo has come to look. Hi, Cairo. No, that's not our Cairo. Look, he's wearing gold boots. That is a visitor. Just got off the track in time. I want something to be here that's lit. Let's plant it down ourselves. Let's put it all the way down right here. And then let's glow it. Let's hit, where can I get it from? Here I can. I have one of these here. So we can have glow flowers. Let's have a glow flower be here and one here. And so it looks like that. So that gives a little bit more light to this area. And then on the inside, of course, she's got plenty. And here is Mia. Yay! So she is much happier with her new shop where she can actually grow. Now we're going to take this piece of glass away right here. In Chroma Hills, brown glass is broken. So we're going to take that piece away and put in full green. Let's see if we can find any place else where there might be something strange like that. I think we got everything. And we have a roof on every part. And so we're good to go. So Nia now has her shop. And she's going out right now.
I'm waiting for something.
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for something.
What are you waiting for? Shears. And they're going to be delivered. So she's going to get shears. Does she have a thing where it says, well, let's take these doors away. We're going to take the big heavy doors away and we're going to put in the oak doors because they look like open shop doors. And I always love the way they look. So we're going to put them in instead. Boink. Let's come here and let's look and see what I'm looking at. And so they open like this. And when the shop's open, the doors are open like this. And when the shop closes, it's like that. Those look much more inviting than the other doors do. Okay. And there we have it. Dun, 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 dun. So there's the shop. I know I did want McKenna to make it. I did. But McKenna can work on this right here if we don't have anything in any other area for her to work on. Let me hold on to this for lighting. Let me put that there. We have these, and let's put back into my backpack the bone meal because it's very precious. We cannot take it with us. We got some things from doing that. And what did we get? We got a door, and we have this light. And we pick these eggs up from the farm, and I can take them to, let's get rid of this stuff first, because these are things that I made. So we're going to do that. But the things that they made, like the eggs, I'm going to take them to the stash box and let them get stashed. Hello. So we're still waiting for beef, and we're still waiting for rabbit's feet. And we haven't gotten any yet. We haven't gotten any yet. So let's cancel, 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 cancel. And let's come here. And before I do anything for a minute, let's get rid of these eggs. So let's get the eggs out of this box here and put them in here. And then let's come down here and let's see if she knows how to make, if she knows how to make steak. So let's look here, and it is showing steak. We're gonna move it up above the others. She did know how to make eggs, but we've disabled that because they don't use eggs, fried eggs, for anything. So that's why that's disabled. Did you see that? That's somebody waiting in the resort for something, and we'll go and check and see what. And he's selling stuff. Jack just sold something to that visitor, Samson. And Mia is making her perpetual soup for the morning, although this is the evening. So she's making soup for the night, for people getting off from work. She's making soup for them. And there was someone waiting here who hasn't gotten service. I just want to come up and see what he's asking for. That Juliana is asking for, hold on. A daiquiri and a book. And I will work on it. So I wonder if there aren't any books left, or if there's some ingredients missing to make daiquiris. So let's come down and let's look, and let's see if any of those things are here. Let's come here, let's manage workers, let's look at what's here in the inventory. And there are books, and there aren't any daiquiris. So he does have minimum stock crafting. He does have a recipe for daiquiris, and there it is right there. So that's what he needs in order to make, and that will make 8 daiquiris. There are napkins here. There's stuff here. Let's look here. So why aren't they being made? Let's recall Cohen. Let's recall both of them for a second. And she was already there, but Cohen wasn't.
Okay.
And so let's look at Cohen for a minute. I need them to separate.
Right away.
And let's see what he's asking for. He's not asking for anything. Do you see that?
Okay.
So he is still, there's still something wrong with him. And he's not asking for anything. He's not doing anything. And he was the one that was working before. And now
Right
he's
away.
not. Now he's not showing anything. It does show that he's a bartender. It does show that he's unhappy. They're always unhappy with the number of guards. And that's one of the reasons why we have a resort, so that they won't be unhappy with those things. But what did I do that messed it up? I think what I did was that he is still connected to the old one. And I think what happened to that hut block was that there were a lot of visitors around, and one of them picked it up, snatched it up when we put in the new hut block for the new resort that is working. The guest manager is working, and now the bartender isn't working. So we can try requesting daiquiris and see if it will show that he's going to make them, but I don't think it's going to show that. I think that's the thing, that it's not going to show that. So let's request. No, let's do daiquiris, Q, C, Q, U. How am I spelling it? Misspelling it. Hold on. Let's come here and let's look D-A, Q, D-A, C, Q, D-A, C-A. How do I not know how to spell that? That's interesting. Hold on, let's look at here. Let's go to the advanced, right here. Let's put it here. And let's look, because it should be on this list. And it is not. I don't know how to fix that fact. That what I think is that he is still connected to the original build, and I should have fired him before I did the building, and I didn't. And so now he is not working here. He's not working here. I could maybe have Cohen do something else. Manage workers, the bartender. That's him. Let's fire him again. And let's see what we can do here. Let's look here and I'll find how to spell it, because one of these people wants one. D-A-I. Okay. So we're going to go and order a D-A-I. Here. I know, I didn't know how to spell it. D-A-I. I, not you. D-A-I. And there's daiquiri, and we're going to request 8 daiquiris. So we'll put that there. And there we go. Let's request the steaks that we need. We needed steaks for research, and we're going to request 3. 3 stacks, 2, 3, and then we're requesting 32. We need I think it's 32 that we need of rabbit's feet.
Narrator
No.
narrates chat.
Oh, no. So some mixture that I do, something that I do wrong, Command B brings that on. And did it just go off? T. Thank goodness. Okay, and rabbit feet. Rabbit. There it is, rabbit's foot. And I think we need 32, so we're just going to request 32 of those. And there they are down at the bottom. So those things will be delivered. So now, let me see what it says on here. it says that the daiquiris, let's see if the daiquiris appear here now. Now they appear here, which means filled by the player. So let's go and let's get Cohen rehired and see if that goes away from filled by the player. If it goes away, that means that Cohen will make those daiquiris. And so let's come here, manage the bartender. Let's hire Cohen back and let's look at the list. Kenya, the list. And now daiquiris do not appear on the list. Open request. Show only important. And here, view only requests expected by the player, expected to be filled by the player. And these are all here now. So all of these where they have different things like this, the apple cider vinegar, cooked rice, interesting. For the sushi is asking for cooked rice. Do they actually not know how to make cooked rice? So it's nighttime, so we'll have to wait until the morning to see what's going on there. Cooked rice? Let's look at Emery. Actually, that would be Yasmin. And I'm gonna I'm gonna hold the light so that we can see where we're walking. We're taking a shortcut between the two buildings, the university building and the sports center, and past the, this is the dormitories right here. And we're going into the dining hall, and right here is the kitchen for the dining hall. So we're going to come down into the kitchen here, and let's look and see. Tasks, crafting recipes. I'm just going to look for cooked rice right quick. There's tea, so she does know how to make tea. There's tea right there. Now, maybe there's not enough bottles, and that might mean that there's not enough sand for bottles. I'm looking. Did you see it yet? Nope. She doesn't know how to cook rice. So let's teach recipe. Teach cooked rice. And that's this one right here. And teach that. That's Farmer's Delight. That's Mr. Crayfish. Mr. Crayfish. And the other thing was mushroom stew was one of the things that apparently was on the list. I don't think so. But let's do a mushroom stew anyway, just for now, and see. Someone was asking for it. Let's come here and look at this again, just for a moment. So Wesson wanted, and this is Wesson's chef. Yasmin is Wesson's chef. So she does know how to make tea. And there it is, honey bottles. The chef is asking for. And cooked rice, fried chicken. We have one place that's frying chicken. Who's asking for the fried chicken? The chef is to make this chicken meal right here. Let's look at General's Dow. I think that's General Dow. Let's look here, G-E-N-E-R, and let's see what it's made out of. Why would they be asking for fried chicken? Oh, but they are. In the recipe, it's showing fried chicken. So let's have her know how to make fried chicken here. So let's come to recipes, crafting recipes, teach recipe, and teach fried chicken. RIED here. And so she needs corn oil, eggs, durum, and chicken. And that only gets her one. Now, does that seem fair to you when a chicken has 2 legs? I don't know about it, people. You already have corn oil. You already have an egg. You already have durum, so it's complicated enough. You should get 2 chicken legs from the fried chicken piece. You should. I know that they're probably just using that as a different, and that's what they're going to tell me, that the fried chicken is already chicken, cooked chicken. There's already Minecraft cooked chicken and raw chicken. And so to differentiate between cooked chicken and raw chicken, they have this as the fried chicken. I'll accept that. I won't bother about that. I'll accept that. That the fried chicken is frying everything, because then you'd have wings, you'd have legs and thighs and that sort of thing. So I'll just accept that for now. But now she knows, which means she has to make corn oil too. CORN. And there it is, corn oil. These are all Greenhouse Gardener. Fascinating. These are additions from Greenhouse Gardener to Minecolonies. Greenhouse Gardener is the trade post for Minecolonies add-on that gives us the biomes, the greenhouses that have that where you can control the climate on the inside, and they have some extra foodstuffs, and we'll teach her this. And then let's go back to, I think that's the only other thing. General. Let's go back here and see if there's anything else. And one of them is showing soy sauce, pepper, broccoli. All of those things should be, and they're not asking for any of those just yet. So we'll just leave it for now. There's Emery. And Emery is going to make stuff. And we are still looking at some things. Hold on, we've got a villager here, but that's okay. They wonder. And these are university villagers. In this area, we have 4 villagers in this area, and you can see them right here. The only problem is that they're all going to become fishers, because let me fix this. So we're going to take away these and make them be these, so that we don't have a million fishers, fisher villagers. I don't want fisher villagers. So that person should no longer be. I'm going to hold on to this in case I see another one. I think there's going to be another one down here. Is this a level 5? This is a level 5. So let's come here. Are you stuck on that? Let's take that away. Let's put that there. And is that the newest house? That might be the newest. Nope, this is still a level 4. So he's still working on this house right here. So we'll just leave that. And now we don't have a place. And there's the golem that we have, because we have 16 villagers in this location. So a golem has appeared. And I'm going to hold on to this for a moment to use this in other parts of the town where I don't want the villagers turning into farmers. Turning into fishers when there's no water. So that's why we traded out this composter for the normal one. I think this farm one we need to have this farmer be here. And who's this back here? Are you stuck? Are they building? Are they working on this house? Let me see. This house is not being worked on. Let's do build options. Let's have Maisie, nope, let's have Josiah upgrade this building to a level 5 as soon as possible. But right now we're going to take this down to get him out. And what is he? See, he's a fisher. And that's because we have, is it because we have these? Yes, it is. So we'll have to have some different container here. Or we can have him be a fisher because this is the fishing area right here. So I'm not going to worry about that. I think that's why those still are there, because we're going to have that. Josiah, when he stops working on what he's working on, we'll have him do that. So we've got an awful lot of animals out in the pet shop area. And they can't get out, and we'll just have to invite them all to come back. So let's get, or we'll just have to use leads and bring them all back. So let's see, who do we have here? I think there was a sheep. There they are. So let's take them. Let's take these two. And let's take this one. And let's come through here. Let's open up all 3 doors and bring them all back in, and very quickly close all 3 doors. Now, I know that there's ways that I can keep, but the dogs, the wolves that we have, actually use those doors. So I don't mind just having it just every once in a while having to come back. There's Cannon coming to his house. He's going to close up shop and feed the wolves because it's almost nighttime. So that's where he's going. And we have a fisher here. Nice to see you, yes. And then, I don't know how many. We should have a butcher as well. But we'll see if we do. And this is Phoenix. Phoenix is one of the dairy farmers. And we have 2 dairy farmers. We have 2 fishers. We have 2 chicken shops, chicken farms. We have, I think, 6 now farmers. And we have 2 people to collect. No, we only have 1 collecting. That's right. We only have 1 farmer to collect beef. I'm looking at the cows and the sheep. Doesn't it seem like there's a lot? It does. It seems like there's a lot, and they're in the house. So they're all over the place here. So we have 2 farms here, which is the reason why there's such mayhem right here. And there isn't one here, but I believe there is one here. Let's see if there is. And there is. There is Alessandra.
You are so wise.
Alessandra, what are you doing? What are you doing with all these animals? Are you living with the animals? Is that what you want to do? You want the animals in your house? Well, you know, some farmers, they have pets. There she goes. She's going to bed. And go out. Go out. Close the door. And they can't go anywhere from here. They're trying to. but they can't. So I'm going to bring them back in here if I can, without letting any sheep in. So, no, you can't go in. Can't go in, so let's see if I can. Nah, I'm not going to be able to. I'd have to bring the sheep away, which I can't do. So let me find the ones that I just put on weeds. There we go. So at least I brought them in. And where's the door? Now I have a ton of sheep and cows here. So I've made this situation worse. Alright, so let me take this and let's quickly open these doors and bring all of these creatures back here. I'm bringing them all back into this part of the farm for a minute. We do this from time to time anyway. Alright, and then let's quickly rush up here and close these doors. And we're just going to, I could get these pigs out. Let's get the pigs to come out. Are you stuck? Are you stuck up there? It's looking like they're stuck. Let's bring the pigs this way. And let's come back. And I'm just going to let her handle it. I could get these pigs to come out, to come in here. And at least there's just the one pet pig. And that's what we'll say, that pig's a pet. And there we go. So we only have one animal there now, and I'm fine with that. So we do need another farmer here. And we don't have anyone to be a farmer. So Heidi is the librarian, Iris is the librarian, and Tatiana is the librarian for our 3 libraries. And none of them are interested in farming. So we need kids. So I'm going to look at the houses and see how much, let me carry a lamp for a minute and let me put this away. I'm going to look at the houses and see how much we have, how much housing we have in the school area, because I think we are ready now to have some kids. Can we have kids now? We only have 15 minutes or 20 minutes left. I don't think we can have kids today. I'll do it on the Twitch stream, which is the next stream. We'll have kids, and I'm going to look at the housing right now. These streets are pretty well lit up. Because see, there's me carrying a lantern right now, and I almost don't need it in this section right here. So this is a level 4 right here. Oops. Ooh. See what I just did? Where Kamala is living. And right over here, we know this is a level 5 right here because it has the new pot right here. This is a level 4. I don't think it's a level 5 yet. It's got a yellow roof, doesn't it still? Yeah. Oh, there we go. See the blue roof coming in? All right. So I'm going to spend this next little bit of time checking on the builders and seeing if there's something that's holding the builders up. So where can we sleep in this area? We could go into one of these houses here. There are not a lot of people sleeping here. Yay, okay. I'm going to take that away. Oh, shoot. She's working on it, isn't she? Yep. Nope, I have to put that back. I have to wait till they're done to do something about that. And because they're still working on this. Okay, so let's go to sleep for a moment. And everything seems to be okay. So now we're going to start with all the builders for a moment and see what's holding them up. And there might not be anything. They might be all fine. And we'll start by going through to the marketplace. So the people in the university area can come through here to get to the market, past the sports center, past the tavern. And you see some people. That looks like they're coming back. Yes, they are. For the fact that there aren't any daiquiris. Yes. How much do you want to bet? Oh, a cold brew. Oh, come on. There should be those things. Cohen should be making those things. So let's come here and see if Cohen is making these recipes. A cold brew. There's fruit juice, there's smetana, there's daiquiri, and what's missing? Teach recipe, teach the cold brew. Cold brew, COLD, BREW, and that is showing that he's supposed to make it, and it needs something fermented, and we're going to use poisonous potatoes for that, because that's something we can get a lot of. So there we go. And that part's done. And that might be why those weren't being made. Let's look at other things. Teach recipe. Napkins should be here. No, napkins are made by the Fletcher. And we can look at teach recipe for napkins. NAPK, and if we touch it, it shows the Fletcher makes it, and they're using wool, and they're using, it just uses wool. We're seeing all the wool from chipped, but it just uses paper and wool as the thing. It's not using chipped wool. And so she knows how to make those already in the same way the dairy farmer knows how to make milkshakes. But the people who aren't getting anything are asking for daiquiris, and those aren't being made. See that? Daiquiris and a fruit juice. But there should be, yay! Should be fruit juice, but let's look at the recipes. Let's teach fruit juice just in case. UIT, and there it is, fruit juice. Let's teach it just in case. And this was one of the ones where we're using we could use apple or berry. They don't grow melons. They can't harvest melons. So why don't we, uh-oh. No, I don't want to do that one. So let's try that again. I don't want to do that. Teach. That's the one of that one. So we'll do it with apple and berries, ice,
if you say so,
and sugar. So there's a new recipe, and we'll put it there. So where is he? Now, it used to be that he was here all the time, and now he's not. She's here, but he's not coming here. And he is hired here. Oh, there's always something. I'm sure that's what it is, that he's still connected to the original hut block, which doesn't exist anymore because some visitors walked off with it. And there isn't anything I could do except maybe hire someone else to be That's what I would have to do. Hire someone else to be the bartender. But Cohen's... Nope, that's not him. So let's fire Cohen. Let's fire Cohen from being here. And let's look at... so, do we have anyone with these agility? Heidi could do it. We're going to have Heidi come in and do this. We're going to have Cohen go to the library that Heidi was at. Now, Cohen is living in this house and Heidi's living way over there. We're going to have to arrange for Heidi to come and live here with Amari. So we're having Heidi come live here. And then we're going to have Cohen go and work. I think that might fix it. And that's what we're going to check and see right now. Wow, look, that's taken most of the time. Isn't that amazing? It's just amazing. I haven't done anything with this library yet, even. This library is still semi-connected. But this is where Cohen is going to be. And since he's going to be here, he's going to live in this in the dorm right here for now. So we'll put Cohen back in the dormitory with Hayden, and he can live there. And that is fine. All right, so that was us trying to see why people weren't getting served here. And I think that might have fixed it. Let's go down and let's see if we can see Heidi asking for things. Heidi's right here. And I wish, and she's got, Heidi, why do you have all this stuff on you? What in the world? Are you remodeling? Look at all this stuff she has on her. What? She must have been researching stuff. She doesn't need all of that anymore. Let's see though. It should show that she's asking for. Let's see if it's showing that she's
Can I help
asking
you?
for. Yes, you can help me. And sure enough, she is. And sure enough, this is good. She's asking for water. Now, see this where it says the energy shake? That means they're not seeing these. So we have the same problem with these racks that we had with the other. That these things here, are these new? I don't think so. Let's do this. I'm going to put them here, and if they come back, if they put something back here, then I'll know that they're actually using those racks. So let's put them in here. There's plenty of room in here for their things. So we'll put these back. These are all theirs. And bar nuts. And I think that's everything. Yes. Okay, and the books. So we'll see now if, but that's exactly what's fine. So Heidi is at least showing this, which Cohen was not showing. So Cohen is not going to be able to do this job, and Heidi will do it. And then let's see if Cohen can do any job, because of the fact that he was still connected to that other house, the other hut block. That was my mistake. I should have fired him before I changed the hut block. But let's come here and look. And there is Cohen, and wait. Yep, there he is, and he is dressed, and he is here. Excellent. Okay. And there you go. That's it. And that is 3 solid hours right there of doing stuff. We have a new flower shop, and we have figured out how to get the bartender back to work. And it's going to rain tonight. The sun's going down, and look at the clouds in the sky, which means that it's going to rain. And so you've been listening to Drone Hands music, and Vincentius Primus's music is going to play. It played at the beginning, and it's going to play at the end. He is writing music for The Mermaid, which I love, and we're going to listen to it now. Obrigado, Mr. Villager. Thank you very much for being in chat. And for all of you who are watching, whether you're watching right now as I stream or later watching the video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Enjoy your games and enjoy watching all the other gamers. And here we go. We're going away for now. Bye for now. We'll see you next time on Twitch. Bye.